Halo and Flight Simulator coming to the Switch, along with Hellblade and Gears of War on PlayStation? Well, there's a lot of rumors going on right now. That's thanks to Nate the Hate. He's a rather credible leaker out there. That's the reason why you've been probably hearing this information going around recently. On his most recent podcast, he did talk about other games that are coming to like Switch and also the PlayStation. Here's what he had to say.
So games that I have heard will be released multi-platform in 2025 beyond the obvious include Flight Simulator will come to PlayStation 5 and Switch 2.
Mm-hmm.
And Halo, the Master Chief Collection
yeah,
will be coming to PS5.
There it is right there. Talking about the Master Chief Collection coming to the Switch and also PlayStation as well. I mean, I think this would also fit in with the current plan that Xbox has as a platform where they're looking to be much more than just a console and an exclusive game developer. They're looking to be just a full-on publisher where you can just play their games wherever you want, however you want. But yeah, this is just one guy that says it's some guy throwing the leak in a rumor out there, right? He's just saying like, trust me, bro, when it comes to the sources here. But there are some collaborations coming along with this, especially with Jez Corden over here on Windows Central. Made a similar article talking about it, and he said he was able to corroborate this, or saying I can corroborate independently that our own sources that all the above are likely true. It seems like Microsoft isn't stopping here though, talking about saying having games like Flight Simulator and Master Chief Collection both come to multi-platform like PlayStation and Switch 2. But not stopping there, meaning that they'll have some other games coming in, much like Hellblade 2, Age of Mythology, and Gears of War Ultimate Edition are slated to come to the PlayStation 5 this year, though he's not quite sure if it'll happen with the Switch 2. That one's a little tricky. Can you imagine like Hellblade 2 on a Switch? I mean, I couldn't imagine that being good. But it is actually reported that the Switch 2, again, these are all currently specs and rumors, but there have been a lot of leaks going around about the Switch 2. And one of them being that, was I think Digital Foundry mentioned it, saying that it will be about the PS4 Pro level of performance when it comes to the Switch 2. So you can see games like Master Chief Collection actually performing rather well on the Switch. But this isn't just a one-sided deal with Xbox giving out all their IPs. They also have some IPs coming to Xbox here, specifically mentioning from Jez Corden here, who was a rather credible insider, saying that Final Fantasy VII Remake should be hitting Xboxes in 2025, with Rebirth, which was up there for Game of the Year for 2024, aiming to come for 2026. So there is still some give and some take when it comes to IPs coming and going when it comes to Xbox. But yeah, that's two rather credible insiders with their own sources corroborating their own stories independently. That's rather telling, wouldn't you say? Especially since we've heard this previously from Xbox, specifically Phil Spencer, saying that there are no red lines when it comes to what games can go where on different platforms. I'm sure a lot of people viewed Halo as like that one of those red lines, right? Where it could be one of those titles where like, hey, let's keep that on Xbox because Halo is such a strong identity with the platform, right? Basically made the original Xbox something that people actually wanted to jump in and play because it was just Halo CE, game of a generation, game of a lifetime type of game right there, right? But the thing is that, like, yeah, Halo, while still people want it, or it's definitely still a fan base out there, it's definitely diminished in popularity. It's definitely diminished in the, I guess you call it the zeitgeist, or the conversation of just games in general, right? No one's really talking about Halo. Not very many people are playing Halo besides like the dedicated people who will play whatever Halo is out there because it's Halo and they want to play it. So I would say moving to multi-platform when it comes to Halo it's just beneficial to this entire franchise as a whole. I'm sure some people out there who like bought Xboxes because they wanted to play Halo specifically, well, you can still enjoy that, right? But to me, it feels like it's just a general trend that we're starting to see in gaming more often, right? Where platforms are becoming less and less significant, and being able to maximize profits and maximize reach is being prioritize higher than exclusivities and reasons why to buy these consoles, especially since a lot of the consoles are being sold at a loss. These publishers subsidize these consoles just so people can get inside that ecosystem. But once they do, they kind of have you by the balls a little bit right there to get you to pay more money into their system. Now, if you're someone who bought into these platforms, specifically Xbox, you probably feel a little cheated though, right? Because it is an investment, right? These consoles aren't cheap, especially in today's economy. Like when you choose a platform, it's a significant choice to you that you want to justify the cost behind it and the reason why you jumped into it. And you feel like that your investment to the platform is being devalued because you can experience those same games on different platforms, which I can understand that sentiment, but I think for the most part, you got to think also just on the side of Xbox, right? If you want to keep delivering such, Xbox quality games that you want to keep playing on your Xbox, well, the Xbox needs to figure out other ways to reach out and get more revenue because they are third fiddle when it comes to all the major platforms out there, especially compared to what they were like during the 360 era. And I would say that this image right here does a really great job of showcasing like the differences between PlayStation and Xbox and how you see like this current sale on Xbox. Like, yeah, I'd say the recent consoles weren't really that much of a serious upgrade, right? Especially since for how long it took for like cross generation to kind of get X out a little bit, since it was pretty slow for people to make that switch over the series because of like the chip shortage and how difficult it was to get these consoles. But even then, you can still see it like with PlayStation 5, it's generally going up still in a rather linear format, where compared to Xbox, it's kind of arching off a little bit right here. And, the cost of gaming, the cost of development, it's not getting any cheaper. The cost to make a game on PlayStation is still going to basically be the same cost it is on Xbox, but Xbox is limiting themselves by staying on the platform. So this is just their way for maintaining viability within the industry. Now, if MCC is going to PlayStation and Switch, you would have to think that maybe the next Halo game as well could be multi-platform. I think that would be greatly beneficial. If anything, it could even help revitalize the franchise a little bit, bringing Halo to a whole new expanded audience of gamers out there, especially on the PlayStation side of things. That platform is definitely much more known for their narrative single-player experiences. Like, yeah, they have multiplayer games out there that are popular. They had that Call of Duty deal for the longest time, right? But they don't really have like that banger of an exclusive shooter that, say, like Microsoft has with like maybe even Gears of War and Halo, right? Especially with the little bit more of the boomer shooter generation, which I kind of fall into with those millennials. But this would definitely get people excited to jump in to play Halo. This probably would be people's first time to get a chance to play Halo, get a chance to play whatever this next Halo game might be, rumored to be the CE remake. But I think Master Chief Collection is a great way to start to get people in that franchise. I mean, sure, many of us remember this impromptu podcast, like when all these rumors started happening about like Sea of Thieves and these other games going multi-platform that were traditionally Xbox only, right? Like they were setting the stage to get you prepared, like, hey, there are going to be other games going on to other systems and there are no red lines. That's specifically what Phil Spencer said. This would be a red line game that you would think, but hey, you gotta grow whenever you can. The numbers need to keep going up. And maybe I'm just biased. I don't really feel any like animosity or anger or upset about this kind of stuff because I'm mainly a PC gamer nowadays. But I am an Xbox fan compared to PlayStation just because I like their games more. I mean, I buy in the Game Pass, but how do you feel about it? Let me know in the comments down below. I do read most of them out there. If you guys made it this far in the video, I hope I earned your like, maybe even a subscribe. Or if you made it this far, let me know to show who the real ones are out there by leaving a green heart in the comments. Just kind of lets me know, like, okay, you got some people who stick to the end. I appreciate you. If you guys made it this far in the video, I really appreciate it. Check out all these videos right over here. If you missed any content from recently, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.